Hello, MGTOW. Hello, men. This is Howard Dare. Thanks for stopping by. So, I want to talk about how to properly worship women. Because if you can get this right, you can be really successful in life, with other people, in your career, and no doubt with your own interpretation of yourself. But first, let me say thank you to everybody who's been stopping by, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, even donating. I really appreciate it. And to be honest with you, my internet service provider has just decided to cut me off as soon as I started doing podcasts with you guys. And all kinds of other things happening here on YouTube. And I think that people with a certain type of message are being driven out, right? So I'm going to be offline next week for a little while. I should be back though by next Friday or Saturday. Let me tell you what I'm talking about with this video, because it's really, this is what it's all about. How to properly worship women. And it's not just about what you do, it's the attitude that you bring to it as well. So I'm thinking that we're going to have to change up the format of the MGTOW video. That's MGTOW. You have to kind of say it like that. And it stands for Men Going the Way of Women. MGTOW. You get it? Okay, good. MGTOW. Now, I think that the proper way to start out a video when, you're talking about worshiping women is to simply say, hi guys, and to kind of say it like that. And I'm not dissing anybody who uses, that as their introduction, right? Because again, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And you need to say it very childlike, like a kid that wants to play baseball or a girl that's about to put on some makeup. And you could also give some large expression of emotion before you say it, right? So kind of like, hi guys. And then you start talking about things related to your own ego and your own personality. And this is just how to worship women properly as a YouTube content creator. This is how you must act, how you must introduce your video. Appropriate subjects are things like how to put on your makeup, your new clothes, your body image, the mainstream media, celebrity, subjects and topics, and what losers men really are, and how they are oppressing all of civilization for thousands of years, and how we would be in a utopia if only the men weren't here. That's the subtext of the message. I don't know that you can state that directly because that might offend or upset some people. So you kind of have to, just imply it indirectly and leave it out there, because we all know, we all know what the problem is. So I want to talk about a practical instance, maybe how to open a door for a woman, okay? Because here's the thing. There's women walking around in the world and they've got these tiny little Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. They're really not even useful, right? And it's I don't see how a Tyrannosaurus Rex, could even peel an orange. I don't see it. So there you go. So you got to be on the lookout for women that might need your help, because there's some really serious opportunities out there. Now, ideally, when you're in an area with a lot of doors, keep your eyes out for women walking around. And if you see a woman moving towards one of those doors, don't make it obvious, okay? Don't make it like you're standing around looking at women and looking at doors, because that'll creep them out. So you just hang around some popular doors, and then when you see a woman moving towards it, what you do is you run over there, okay? You just run over there, like it's reflexive, and you open that door and you hold that door. Now, when you do this, you've got to stay way out of her way. You know what I mean? You have to do it in a really kind of you're a butler kind of way, but a polite and happy butler. Now, it doesn't matter if the woman is attractive, young, old. It doesn't matter. If it's a woman and she's moving towards a door and you're in the area, you've got to run for that door and get that door. I mean, it's the manly thing to do, okay? I'm just saying. If you want to come off like a man, you've got to always be watching doors and women, because their arms are so weak. Now, as I say, you don't look at them, okay? You keep out of their way when you open the door. Now, she doesn't have to talk to you. She doesn't have to acknowledge you. She doesn't have to look at you or anything like that. And you just need to be grateful for the opportunity to help the woman and to be close to her. Now, it doesn't matter if she's just a fat, dirty pig, okay? You're standing there like a butler holding the door open for her. Maybe she's not even going to go through that door. Maybe she's going to change her mind and go someplace else, okay? Now, if that happens, you can't acknowledge. You can't be like, oh, well, I tried. Don't even do that. Just move away, all right? Because she'll feel obligated otherwise to kind of like interact with you in a way. And if you're a man, you know, that's really bad. You've been doing evil things for thousands of years. So she can't acknowledge you in any way. But if she does go through, if you are lucky enough to have a woman go through that doorway that you're holding the door open to, okay, as I said, it's a real formal thing. You're like a butler, okay? You're not looking at her, you're not doing anything, you're just happy to be of service, okay? When she goes through the door, okay, and she's fully through the door, and you're like letting the door close, you can lean in a little bit and kind of like smell the air that she just walked through, okay? You can't talk, you can't say anything. Don't even have too big you can be happy. I mean, I know as a man, you're just going to be having just a huge shit-eating grin on your face, right? Just being that close to any woman, right? And you got to hold the door open for her, you lucky bastard. So I know you're going to be grinning like a fool, right? Just smelling the air, you know, of her moving past. Because women are that awesome. Women are that great, you know, and this is all part of worshiping women. I'm trying to help you guys, right? So maybe she looks at you and she says, thanks, or something like that. Now, if she only says thanks, you can't talk back to her. You just kind of give, you know, a nod like you're happy to do it. Don't even really look at her. You know, you can glance upward in her direction. Do not make eye contact, because that would be disrespectful towards the woman. It would be. You just kind of glance up at her a little bit. You don't take a look at her body. As a matter of fact, it's better if you don't even look upward in her direction. You just like look upward to acknowledge that she has acknowledged you. And maybe give like a slight nod, and then, you know, as you lower your head again, and she moves on. And if that happens, oh my God, you are so lucky. I mean, for God's sakes, a woman acknowledged you. Everything that you are as a man is now justified, right? You can be proud, but don't, you know, wait a little while. You know what I mean? Keep your pride that you were of service to women to yourself. And then later, when you're alone, you can hold yourself up and say, yeah, the women really, really like me. She let me do something for her. So not only is it what you do, like holding the door open and running to hold the door open for her. And you can start doing, guys, you can start doing this when you're like 5 or 6 years old. That's the proper time to start, to teach, for them to learn how to behave this way. Because it gets a lot better in, you know, how you worship women here in MGTOW, which is men going the way of women. MGTOW. So, you know, it's not just what you do, it's how you do it, it's the attitude that you have while you do it. Now listen, if you can understand this and get these basics down, you're going to be able to advance to new levels of serving and worshiping women. You're going to be able to do things like give her your money, and things like buy her a car, and things like pay her bills and pay her rent. We'll be doing videos. We'll be doing MGTOW videos on this in the future. Now, here's the thing, though, and I seriously, I need to tell you guys this. It's all true. Some of my videos in the past did not worship women properly. They did not show the proper respect. I'm sorry. Okay? I am ashamed. I bow my head in shame. And my entire internet connection has been taken away. It'll be closing off this Monday or Tuesday. My my twit has been violated. So it's shut down too. And as a result of losing the ISP, which I completely deserve, right? Because I wasn't worshiping properly, I'm probably going to lose access to my other social media accounts and things like that. But I'm going to try to come back. I'm going to try, and I should be able to make it back by like next weekend, right? So these are my last couple days here for a while. And I don't know if Howard Dare is going to be making it back, but it's okay because I did not worship women properly. Some of my earlier videos offended women, you know, when I asked questions like, are women not the most perfect beings in the universe? Right? I mean, that was a disrespectful kind of title. That's a disrespectful way to say it, isn't it? Because it implies that they're not perfect all the time. and I questioned authority. And anybody with an IQ lower than 100 knows that you should never, ever question authority, because things have to go on exactly the way they are. And they're perfect. And they've always been perfect, and they'll always be perfect. And if you don't agree with that, you're going to get punished. Everybody with an IQ under 100 knows that. And I forgot asking questions and being disrespectful. So I deserve to not be on the internet and to have all my things shut down. As an example of what happens when you don't worship women properly. Okay, so there you go. And let me know what you think about this in the comments section below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, donate, and join me again, Howard Dare, as I hope to have more content for you. Thank you, MGTOW.